This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody. Ladies,
Hey.
looking good.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
I know. Well, I just addressed the elephant in the room. I got this thing called a halo laser over the weekend, or on Thursday actually, and it's lasers that kind of get rid of all your sun damage, and I'm 45 with a lot of sun damage, so if you see it like coming through a little bit, that's what's happening.
Well, it's
And Jure, shout out to Jure.
off.
I don't think I would have been on camera for Jure, so he got me camera ready.
Magic
So
maker.
You guys are going to be doing a lot of talking today.
Okay.
All
right.
Fine, don't worry.
Here we go. Let's light this rocket. Taylor and Travis were spotted in the crowd at the Coachella Music Festival over the weekend. The couple were seen getting cozy, dancing, and having a good time. They even took time to stop and talk to the regular people in the crowd, huh? One fan caught them kissing behind a barricade. Ooh. And some people were impressed with how easily Travis lifted Taylor up so she could get a better look. Well, he's a giant.
Yeah, and he's strong.
Yeah, he plays professional football. Taylor also posed with Teresa Giudice from the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
It's very polarizing.
Yeah, it is. I need a
Aren't
picture
people-
for my daughters.
But aren't people like, is that Teresa from the Housewives? What are you doing here?
Exactly. I think she was having some fun, Taylor. Had a little drinky poo. She was enjoying herself.
Yeah, all right. Coachella also marked the return of No Doubt. So Gwen Stefani performed on stage with Olivia Rodrigo, who wore a I Heart No Doubt shirt and matching hairdo. Gwen sang all of her hits, including Don't Speak. Let's take a look. Wow. If you told me that was from 20 years ago or today, I wouldn't even know.
We have a side-by-side we want to show you. Look how much she looks exactly the same. This is Gwen from before, and this is Gwen now.
She looks amazing.
She almost looks better.
She looks better.
Yeah.
She looks better. She looks better.
Wow. Back on camera to me. Another blast from the past, Will Smith made a surprise appearance during singer J Balvin's set and performed his hit Men in Black. Speaking of throwbacks.
The good guy dressed in black, remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact. Title held by me, M.I.B. Be what you think you saw, you did not see. So don't think be what was there is now gone. Black suit with your black Ray-Bans on. Walk in shadow, move in silence. Guard against extraterrestrial violence.
All right, we're talking aesthetics. He looks exactly the
Yeah.
same, too.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're back in 1994.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think, Gwen or Will making his comeback? Where do we want to start?
Oh, I think they both look amazing, don't they? First of all, I love seeing Will doing his thing. I love seeing all the aliens. That was like the biggest song ever in England. I don't know about in America, but that was like huge. It was huge. It was huge. You know, when it was Halloween, everyone went dressed out like they were like, you know, agents with aliens and stuff. That was massive, so I love it. But I also loved Lana Del Rey coming out and singing with Billie Eilish, which was one of my favourite things, and she arrived on a motorbike looking fabulous, so I was here for that as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
We
think
got some fashion coming up, too.
Yeah, the Will Smith thing is just a little random.
Well, I mean, I guess this is his push into making a comeback, and
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to address that. You think it's time? This is his time to start making that comeback?
Absolutely.
It's time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, Will has projects that are coming out. We're excited about Bad Boys. He's been on the circuit talking to a lot of podcasts. When I say, like, when people go to podcasts as opposed to like traditional media, I really feel like it's a way for you to really speak openly.
Yeah, I agree.
Dive deep.
Right, because you don't get the TV timeouts, type thing. And you kind of have a little bit more discernment as to where you want to go. So anytime you get these big celebrities doing podcast interviews, that's when I know that it's like a bearing of a soul type thing. So I think that he's really been orchestrating this whole thing to get back in, public graces. For a lot of people, though, he never fell off. So I'm not surprised to see him in this capacity. I'm glad to see him in this
I
capacity.
wonder if he wishes he had one of those flashy things to make everyone forget what they saw. You know what I mean?
That was the joke right after
That
you
was
did
the
it.
joke, yep.
Yeah. You brought it back.
Yep.
All right, we can't mention Coachella without talking about some of the fashion stuff. What were some trends in the desert?
Oh, I love it because everyone goes all out. So let's take a look. Boho chic and cowboy hats, of course, always on brand for Coachella. So let's take a look at Megan Fox, seen with her long blue hair underneath her cowboy hat. She paired the look with some cut-off jean shorts, thigh-high boots, with her little toes were sticking out.
I don't
Can't
like
see it there, but they were sticking on out. Hailey Bieber said she was going for comfort with an oversized leather jacket and matching boots. I would think I'd be sweating.
Yeah.
Why is
leather.
everybody everyone needs to, it's going to be funky.
I would be profusely sweating in that. Halle Bailey wore this sequin halter top with jean shorts and cowboy boots.
That's cute.
Oh, she always looks amazing.
Yeah, she does.
Paris Hilton also embraced the cowgirl theme with her aunt Kyle Richards. Look
Who,
at her.
Paris Hilton?
Yeah.
What's the age limit here? You know what I mean? Teresa Giudice? Listen, there's a certain point where you can't be going to these
There's
things.
only so many people who can afford to go to Coachella.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But it's getting older.
All right.
Barry Keoghan wore some Burberry shorts and a bandana with a white Versace tank top. He was there supporting his girlfriend Sabrina, who I think is the hottest thing.
Is that Sabrina Carter? I love her.
Lord, yes. But there he is. Very different from his Saltburn look.
All right.
Carpenter, excuse me, not Carter.
What do you think? Jeff, would you rock that look?
No, I can't rock those shorts. There's a certain age limit to rocking things and going to festivals and stuff. It's like, if Bieber goes on tour, I'm there.
Do you rock
I feel
shorts?
uncomfortable.
Do you rock shorts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
I just didn't know if guys wear if shorts are in for guys.
What do you
Like
mean?
short shorts or long shorts? Like
I think in America it's longer shorts,
Yeah,
but in
that's what
Europe
I'm
it's
seeing.
definitely short shorts.
No, I just went and got my shorts tailored because the style's coming up a little bit.
Okay.
So instead of buying new shorts,
Right.
go get yourself a good tailor and pull them up a little
More
bit.
thigh?
A little more thigh.
Jet thigh.
A little more thigh. Little less face, a little more thigh.
Best decision.
That's how we do it. What do you guys think? Would you feel comfortable? We're still relatively young here, but what about like Kyle Richards, Paris Hilton?
But it's
hang it up.
for them though.
It's wick
It's a
as well.
networking.
Yeah.
It's a networking thing. Like if you're getting paid the amount of money that they're getting paid by some of these brands to just show up.
Yes, that one girl had the Celsius
Yeah,
can.
Yes, I mean, and you're getting you show up and you have like your own crew. Like you're
Free
basically
swag.
there to party on somebody else's dime. So I can understand like there being people like that out there.
Has anyone been to Coachella?
No, I think it would be my worst nightmare.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it like a 3-day thing and you
Yeah.
sleep there?
I love when we get to see, you know, like afterwards when things are on Netflix and we get to watch it at home or something. That I prefer watching concerts like that.
Than being in the
I
dirt
don't like
and the-
being around
okay.
other people.
But most of them aren't in the dirt. Like they have a mansion that they VRBO'd right outside of it. There's like Sprinter vans. Like if you're gonna do it, it's almost like you have to be at that level
Right.
to be able to go to like
There
a
you
nice,
go.
beautiful
She's showing
place.
off her branding right there.
Yeah.
That's why she's there, looking
Yeah.
fabulous.
I'd be in the
Good for
mud
her.
looking for a bathroom. I'd be like, where am I?
The
That sounds-
bathroom thing
that sounds
makes me
miserable.
very, very nervous. I have to have a bathroom very near. Whether I need to use it or not, doesn't matter. It just has to be there. Also, there has to be water that I can see. Water, bathroom.
That sounds
Yes.
about right, yeah.
All right. Good to know. Coming up on TVL, Oprah is revealing what she really thinks about that "you get a car" meme.
I loved it.
And the owners of the famous OJ Bronco are ready to sell the SUV. Ooh, we're going to talk about that next. Welcome back to DBL. The executor of O.J. Simpson's estate says he doesn't want the Goldman family to see a dime of O.J.'s money. Wow. O.J. was found liable in the wrongful death civil case against him and was ordered to pay more than $33 million to the Goldman and Brown families. He only paid out a fraction of that, and it's not clear how much O.J.'s estate is worth. It's now before the courts. But his longtime lawyer says he will do everything he can to make sure the Goldmans get nothing. I don't understand this. Meantime, the infamous white Bronco that led police in a low-speed chase through L.A. may be up for sale. The Bronco is currently on loan at the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Tennessee, and the three owners are reportedly hoping to get up to $1.5 million for it now.
Okay, my first question is to Tori.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know this from a legal aspect.
Yes.
Is the executor or the lawyer over the estate required to make a public statement?
No.
So the idea that they would make a public statement in such a polarizing one, like mere hours, if maybe days after O.J.'s death, says what to you?
It says that he's violating the Goldman family yet again. Honestly, that's being stabbed again, that's being hurt again, that's being ripped apart again. I've never met a family that has gone up against so much bureaucracy, red tape. They push for every penny, for every dollar. They tried to get money from If I Did It because that was their only income in a way. They want justice for Ron, and for the executor to say that, if I were someone who was overseeing that, I would replace that executor because he spoke out of turn and also spoke illegally. They are legally allowed and are supposed to be given that money. For him to say, I don't want to give a penny out of that, is in my case highly irregular, and I don't know if it's illegal, but I would be removing that executor.
Now, okay, so for an executor of an estate, like in O.J.'s case, because I think of like for us normal people, like we chose the executor of
and I'm
our
sure
estate
he chose his
who
executor.
happens to be an attorney.
Correct.
Is this an executor who was placed because they were an attorney, or he chose the executor who happens to be an attorney?
I don't know this, but I believe O.J. picked his own executor for his own estate. There will also be a lawyer dealing with the Goldmans and trying to get money throughout that. But the idea that the executor is trying to hone in and go against what the judgment was makes his statement somewhat illegal. So all of this is wrong. All of it is. The Goldmans should see every bit of money that they can squeeze out of that, and the executor should be open to the legalities of that, not making up their own mind.
How did the courts not put a lien against his assets in some sort of way? And especially after he passes away, like everything that's being sold in this auction or whatever is going to the Goldmans because he has a debt to pay.
Right.
How are they not?
There will be a lawyer that is in charge of that. The executor can say what he wants. It doesn't mean it'll happen, or she. It doesn't mean anything will happen. But I promise you, he moved to Florida for specific reasons. Some of that is a tax umbrella, and some of that is to get away from estate planning and to give to the Goldman. So Florida is a whole mess of escapism for people who want to keep their money.
Steph, were you still in England when this happened?
I was in primary school, elementary school. So yeah, this was many moons.
Was it a big deal over there or no?
Not at all.
You didn't know who O.J. Simpson
No,
was?
not at all. It wasn't famous. You've got to think this is before the internet. This is before Google. This is before, we hear news, but not like we do today.
Well, American football wasn't even
right.
That's true.
I was just wondering.
I only found out about this, obviously, later in that life, which is embarrassing to say, because of Kim Kardashian watching her TV show about her father had already way long passed, who was famous for representing O.J. Simpson.
Wow.
This is a whole.
I bet you a lot of people.
Yeah, this is an American thing.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just curious when you bring up the Florida thing, because I'm like super into this like post-mortem idea. So
it's a tax haven.
Because, right, the tax haven, but also the idea of the executor of the estate having things in trust.
Right.
Does that protect it from
he will try.
estate?
OJ and executor will try to hide the money in any way they possibly can, and he would have thought of that before he died.
Well, I think that's the whole thing about.
Exactly, but an executor doesn't. Eventually, a judgment comes down from a judge that makes the decision. The executor is just noise at this point.
Man.
But it's bad noise. I mean, it's hurtful noise.
I mean, this is a pretty landmark
painful.
case for just estate planning and all of that.
It's a precedent for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Coming up on DBL, what does Oprah really think about being made fun of for you get a car? You get a car. There it is.
Remember?
Welcome back to DBL. I like this camera, by the way.
Because that's far away.
Yeah, it is the better one. Oprah is letting us in on the most viral moments on her show. Do you guys remember this one?
All right, open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, Oprah told People magazine it was Gayle King's idea to give cars away to the audience, but they were originally just going to give away 12. But then Oprah changed her mind and decided to give everyone a car.
I think they were all teachers.
Yeah.
I believe they were all teachers in the audience.
Yeah.
Everyone was a teacher. I believe she made the audience all teachers, and they all got cards, which they deserve.
Wow. Speaking of Gayle, Oprah also revealed even though she had many therapists on her show, including Dr. Phil, she has never been to therapy herself. She said her therapy comes from talking to Gayle every night.
This is so a woman like Oprah of a certain age. I have conversations with my mother all the time about this because I'll be like, Mom, like honestly, this is something that we need to, maybe this is a therapy discussion. My yoga is my therapy, Erica. When I talk to my students or I see the legacy of my STEM program, that is my therapy, Erica. And I'm like, yeah, but what's happened in your life and rattling around your head and you having conversations with me and I'm like, you unhealed, okay? You are unhealed. I'm not gonna talk to you about this until you talk to somebody about it.
Help,
and it's that mentality. It's like you can't, at this point, there's no fighting it. Like, you know, Oprah's in her 70s, my mother's in her 70s. That's how they feel. Now, I will say, I went to Oprah the first and only time right before the You Get a Car, which I was like, if I was Jeff, I would have gotten into You Get a Car because I took my mama, who was a teacher, to Oprah. Wow. Yes, I got Kanye West.
Hey, that's not bad. You still got a good story out of it.
You do have a good story.
I did. Yeah, I sat next to Donda. It was great.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I mean, I understand where they're coming from when they say things like that, but it does kind of drive me a little crazy.
I get it. I'm kind of that way too. I have a great circle of friends all over Chicago, California, and I really do lean on them a lot. We catch up on the weekends. I do talk to my parents a lot and vent to them, and it's a great just circle that I have. Not everybody has that opportunity.
Do you ever worry? This is my only problem with that. I think that's fine, but I go to a therapist because they have a neutral point of view, and anyone close to me has some type of
bias.
That's the right word. And I want someone who has no bias about me to see neutrally what I can do best. Does that make sense to you?
Makes sense, but I'm more of like, I'm my own worst critic.
I feel you.
So what people say to me aren't nearly as bad as what I say to myself. So I almost need to hear that positivity in some cases to be like, whatever it is.
Support.
My therapist is very much honed in on that. She works with almost exclusively creatives. And so the way that we think, and when you're on television, things like that, she's like, oh, that's cute that you think you're the first one that's ever happened. And I'm like, I need to hear that.
Yeah.
You know?
And really quick, it wasn't all teachers. I think that was another giveaway. I just want to make that clear.
Cool. Yeah. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. If you're looking to burn your face, no, I mean some extra calories before summer, you might want to hit the hot tub. According to a study, people who soaked in waist-high water and hot water for an hour burn the same amount of calories as a 30-minute walk. Huh. Yeah. So do you guys get your body swimsuit ready for the summer, or should I not ask that question?
That did sound a little creepy.
Listen, it was in the prompter. It was in the prompter, and while I was saying it, I'm like, this isn't great.
No.
This isn't
You guys
great.
gonna look good or not?
I will say that doing a sit in the hot tub for 30 minutes after you eat does help with digestion.
Oh.
Is that thing, don't swim?
A fake.
It's
amazing.
urban legend.
Maybe sitting is different to like if you're swimming, you know?
Right.
Well, it's also the hot tub, so it's the heat and then it's the bubbles and there's like, yeah.
So instead of working out, I could just sit and like be a piece of soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Tori.
I'm super excited.
Throw some noodles in there.
I got a whole meal.
Arrested Development.
Totally. It's too hot.
I mean, Tori. All right. If you need to update your bath, Jacuzzi can help. Jacuzzi offers an unmatched, stress-free remodeling process. Call 800-996-0017 or visit jacuzzibathremodel.com. If you guys haven't seen Arrested Development,
I don't know what you're
go
doing.
back and watch it.
It's hysterical. It's our favorite. We don't agree on anything other than his face doesn't look great today.
We can bond over that in Arrested
For
Development.
sure.
All right, before we go, Steph, you have a new member of your family you want to mention?
Yeah, so here's my new baby niece, Sophia.
No.
She was born yesterday. She's so cute. Yeah, she's been born like a couple of days. She's with her big brother Theodore.
Oh,
they had a little photo shoot today.
Wow,
I know. I was literally like, send me the pictures. She's like, they're not ready yet. It just happened a matter of a few hours ago. But look how tiny she is.
I love the sweater. The little
I know. I'm
white
so excited
sweater.
to meet her soon. So welcome.
Congratulations.
Sophia.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Mazel.
DBS New every day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Theodore's like, what's happening?
That's wonderful news.